Well, a chance to find out more about your own voice is going to be available soon. Stewart Pearce is joining me from London, who's the master of the voice, I understand is how you go about this. You're coming to the island, you're going to show people how to use their voice, but in what sense? Is this for people who do presentations or for any other reasons?
Well, we use our voice in life, so the capacities that we come to inquire about can be about anything. It can be about I'm not feeling very confident when I go into an interview, or look, I've got to give a speech at my daughter's wedding, or more importantly, the people that I'm going to be serving, I believe, are a lot of young actors who are really interested in empowering their voices, in improving their voices, in finding how their voices can become more spellbinding in the work that they're actually doing, whether this is because they have an aspiration to go into professional theatre or purely and simply because they're very alive within the tradition of the burgeoning, I understand, tradition of theatre on the island. I've just been talking with one of your colleagues on radio, and I hear that it has an extraordinary performing reputation. So I'm really looking forward to it. So in answer to your question, it's very multifarious. One of the things that I also do is to use sound as a healing modality, because after all, if we're out of harmony in our voices, it means that the rest of our lives are out of harmony. So what I do is I bring people back into harmony.
So I understand it's a workshop, a full-day workshop?
It's a full-day workshop, yes. So I think we're moving from about 10 to 5. It's a very hands-on workshop. I understand that it's almost fully booked out, so that's exciting because it means that people have really touched into what the workshop description is all about. It's a workshop because it's a physical experience. You see, our voices are physical in the sense of the fact that we use them physically, as you can see with me moving my mouth right now, that we use our voices to communicate the way we think and the way we feel. So the two great things that I'm going to be tuning into is that the only way that we can really give of ourselves fully, the only way that we can actually share our voices in a very empowered state is if we're breathing very fully. And as a result of breathing very fully, our voices become very open. I mean, there's a difference between, being very clenched like that or being very open like this. Hopefully you see that there is a difference.
Indeed. Now, we've all been to a PowerPoint presentation by someone who's probably got a very interesting subject, but delivers it very flat and deadly boring like. Is there hope for people like that?
Oh, yes. I mean, I think what you're talking about is death by PowerPoint. The PowerPoint experience as a result of the arousal of information technology is something that really started about 15 years ago. And I'm pleased to say that now the usage of it is dwindling because we begin to see that the speaker is merely focusing 150% into what is on the screen rather than focusing on the audience. And that's one of the reasons why our voices become so disconnected or dull.
Great. So this
Yeah, I mean, what I do with all my CEOs is to say, by the way, we're getting rid of the PowerPoint. How do you feel about that? I want you standing and very authentically just speaking to your audience about the enormity of what you wish to create.
Now, some people find it very difficult to stand up in public to say anything. What can you do for them?
Find out why they find it difficult. That's the first stage. And generally speaking, we are all affected thus, in other words, more people are more terrified of public speaking than they are of dying, than they are of the termination of a major relationship, whether that be divorce or death, or buying property. They are the stress statistics in our community, not created by me, created by social science. So yes, more people would prefer to be in the coffin than making the eulogy or the panegyric at the funerals. So what I do is I step in very gentle and non-invasive ways and find out, well, why is that so? What is there? And generally speaking, it's to do with the fact that during childhood, when the individual was feeling very, very uninhibited, that they were stopped from public speaking. They were stopped from engaging in the play and the fun of what it is to stand in front of a group of people and tell a story. So they've forgotten what their story is, and they've forgotten a way of being able to tell that story.
Well, we'll put the information on the screen if people want more information, but it's in a week's time and people will be empowered, will they, by the time they've finished?
Yeah, they will be empowered, they will be revitalized, they will be encouraged and inspired to be spellbinding in the use of their voices. It's all about magic.